Greetings, friends. Jason here for AxodysFC. It is Sunday afternoon. Not much going on game-wise. There were a few FA Cup games today. United versus Newport County. It was interesting slightly after halftime. I think they had a 2-1 lead going into halftime. County scored shortly after the second half started to make it a 2-2 draw, and I started paying attention to it a little bit then, and then United immediately took control. Luke Shaw hit a good shot, hit off the post, and was immediately hit off the deflection by Anthony, and from there they just got one more goal, and it was never in doubt again. So nothing too interesting otherwise that I was paying attention to. But the big news, of course, for Spurs fans, the news came out today that Antonio Nusa, who's been linked to us, 18-year-old from Club Brugge in Belgium, 18-year-old wonder kid forward. Anyway, he's been linked to us. The idea was that we would sign him and then he'd finish out the season with them on loan. Anyway, the news came out today. No, that's not happening. He's in fact going to do that type of deal with Brentford, who interestingly we play Wednesday, but I think it's going to be a similar deal where he finishes out the season in Belgium. Essentially, the word is that he felt like that was the best move for his career, and in particular that Brentford has, guaranteed him like a starting position, which there's no way Spurs were anywhere close to guaranteeing him a starting spot. But the other thing was, I think basically the word from Paul O'Keefe, I think was the guy, the in-the-know guy. Spurs had one meeting with the club, and that was the extent of it. Maybe, his agents had been doing stuff in the background, but essentially it was nowhere near, in actuality, something we were looking to move on, as had been discussed, and we didn't want to get into a bidding war for him either. If the opportunity was there, maybe Spurs would have taken advantage, but it clearly wasn't. Anyway, unfortunately, Spurs fans and the press were kind of operating in the last week or more with the idea that it was virtually a done deal for Spurs. So, it'll be interesting to see if any more, last-minute transfers come through. I mean, I'm betting, based on what we've seen, if something may be in the works still. So anyway, I'm curious to see how that works out, but I'm not overly concerned about the Antonio Nusa thing, just because he's very much an 18-year-old unproven player, and who isn't even starting regularly for Club Brugge, from what I understand. He's very much a developmental buy, and he's not ready for prime time now or probably even next year. So, it's crazy to me how Spurs fans are, on social media in particular, are losing their minds over this situation, and the Levy Out crowd is like latching onto this, and the Man City game, which, let's be real, Levy Out fans, I absolutely have to feast on any they pounce on any failings of Spurs and use it to bolster their beliefs, their feelings, their opinions about what a terrible owner he is, which, it's so unproductive and such a miserable way to be a fan. I'm just in awe. But, I'm absolutely not of that perspective. And I can't be writing off entire seasons based on single games and hypothetical transfers that haven't come about. It's wild to me. People are the way they are, but it's not for me, that type of fandom. So anyway, I am still optimistic. I would like to see us go top 4 or higher. That could still not happen. I wouldn't actually, as long as we make Europe, I'll feel fairly satisfied about this season. My preference definitely would be to finish it as high as possible, and I hope we can. And but this team is very much still a work in progress. Thinking back to, actually, I rewatched a couple more clips of, in particular, like that one where Skip made the good run late but crossed it to nowhere. I did look at that again just to figure out where Richie was at that point, and it was about the 77th minute, and Richie was actually involved in the buildup of that play, so he was really deep at the time, and the way he was moving and stuff, he appeared pretty gassed to me, because he made no effort to race up, to his maybe normal position offensively. He was trailing the play and jogging as he watched Skip make that hard run. I guess I think maybe Bentancur was advanced and or what, had he been subbed out? Yeah, that I'm not sure of. Anyway, I think Werner was still in. He could have maybe cut across and into the box, something like that. But actually Skip should have chilled out a little bit and just possessed the ball and not probably just crossed it blindly like he did there. But it is what it is. Overall, not too exciting a day. I'm going to call it a wrap for now. As always, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoy these, please like and subscribe. And remember, to dare is to do.